I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger.
Good morning, y'all. How's everybody doing today? Figured I'd make this little video. I got some homestead clips, and at the end of it I got a couple little truck clips and road footage, but well, I'm gonna give you a business update, but I'm also gonna do some personal stuff because I put it all in there, and some like it, some don't. You can always turn the channel, but I appreciate you watching mine today. Well, we got bad news and I got good news. So let's get started with some bad news. My little boy, y'all know he's on the spectrum, and anyway, you know, kids on the spectrum sometimes stem, and his way of stemming is, lately he's been gnawing at his fingertips. Well, those actions put him in the hospital because, you know, when you gnaw on your fingertips wherever you go, you end up getting germs. You'll end up getting sick because you're not washing your hands every time before you put your hands in your mouth to gnaw on your fingernails and stuff. You know, actually the kiddo was eating the fingernails here a couple months ago, and I finally talked him out of eating them, and he'll at least spit them out now. But anyway, we went to the movies to watch the new movie, The Grinch. Well, while we were at the movies, I guess it's either the popcorn there or it was him putting his hands in his mouth. Either way it goes, he ended up with a bacterial infection. And what's crazy is the doctors called it pneumonia at first. And, well, then they come back and said it wasn't pneumonia. But his white cell count was extremely high, so they ended up putting him in hospital, which I'm glad they did. Because, you know, if he wouldn't have went and they just wouldn't have started pumping full of all the antibiotics that they did, we could have lost him. I mean, his temperature and his throwing up and everything had got so bad. Finally, another doctor came in right before they released him yesterday, and he said, man, he's actually, he's training. Anyway, he was talking to him, and he told my wife that he didn't see any pneumonia whatsoever. He wasn't sure, none of them were sure where the infection was or what exactly was going on with my child. They really couldn't say what. All I know is right now they released him yesterday. That's the good news. He was at home last night, and he was sleeping sound. He wasn't coughing in his sleep. He didn't throw up, and he didn't run temperature last night. God, hallelujah. God bless America. It was a great quiet night. We had home food. Oh man, look. After 3 days in the hospital, you get tired of that kind of mess. You want your baby home, and man, they couldn't even do the IV right. They had to hit him 4 times, 2 in one arm and 2 in the other. And they blew out a vein. I tell you, amateurs started, and then they went and they got the professional, and she come in and got it in one stick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a nurse or a doctor and you're dealing with an autistic child, y'all find the professional first. The one that always gets it in one stick. Don't sit there and use them as a pincushion, because look, y'all are already dealing with so much. Anyway, maybe it's me being overprotective, but come on. Now we'll move on over to the business side of things. I was able to work straight through Thanksgiving. The only day I had off was Thanksgiving, so I got a steady check that week. Hallelujah. And things have been going pretty good. I've actually started to pay off some things. I have finished paying off all my credit cards, which I only had 5, and they were all fairly small. And I'm glad to be done with them, because I was trying to pay each one $50 a month. So 5 cards at $50 a month, you're talking $250 a month that I don't have to pay anymore. Now, I do have a couple more things to pay off, but I was thinking about getting a trailer before the first of the year. I still might, but I've had some other unexpected expenses to come up that I've had to take care of, so I may be postponing it until the first of the year. I do like the trailer I have that I'm leasing, but here lately I haven't been hauling it a whole lot. I've been hauling a lot of the other trailers. And those other trailers are not really the best. But, you know, you got to keep your customer happy, and being able to pull their trailers allows me to service them better. So I check them out the best I can. I mean, I've had them replace wheel seals and mud flaps just to keep them on the road, lights. I stayed on top of them about it, but, you know, occasionally you get one that's got something that's not quite right, because we're dealing with some pretty old trailers. And you got to make sure that you keep that trailer in good shape, or if you get pulled over, it still goes against you on your CSA points. And with me wanting to do my own thing in the future, I don't really need my CSA to be real crazy, you know what I mean? And I'm sure Advanced does not want me to get out there and get some kind of violation against them either, even though we would be hauling the other people's trailer. But anyway, like I say, great news. We paid off our credit cards. We got some other things to pay off. We got some other things to make moves on. You know, actually, I think I could have my house paid off by next June if everything works right. But it was really great to be able to work straight through the holidays. Now, we got Christmas coming up soon, and I think it's going to work the same way. I think I'll be able to work straight through Christmas and keep a steady flow of finances coming into the household. And that's what it's about in my book. You know, you do pretty good if you can find some stability and some consistency. And I believe I've found that to the point where I can budget and I can expect certain amounts of money the next week. Now, I am going to put the truck back in the shop on Monday. See, Monday is my short day. Each day we go to generally the same areas. So Monday is my shortest day. So that tends to be the day that I try to take off to put the truck in the shop. And that's my plan this coming Monday, is to put that rascal in the shop. I finally got it clean. You see that pretty clean truck? Man, that thing, woo, it was dirty. Y'all seen the picture? It's still clean right now. I mean, I've been dodging mud holes. I got stuck while my son was in the hospital taking care of that puppy dog. I had to take that puppy dog with me for 2 days, and look, man, that dog, ooh, he's hard-headed. He don't want to do nothing that you want him to do. He wants to do it all his own way. You pull him one way, he's pulling the other way, or he lays down. He refuses to go to the bathroom when you stop. I mean, it costs you time to have a dog in a truck. I don't see how y'all do it. I am not an animal in the truck type person, because I don't want to take the extra time to stop and let them out and all that kind of stuff. I'm always rolling to get to the house. I'm trying to get my job done to get home. Same way I was with Snyder, the same way I started on the spot market. I try to route myself through the house as much as possible. Because look, business is business, but if you can get through the house, why not? You know, you can get out there and make a couple cents more per mile, maybe going other places. But it means a lot to me to get home and see my family. And when you're picking your own freight, I think you kind of have a responsibility to yourself and your family to route yourself through the house. I mean, 90% of the time I was always loaded or on the way to pick up a load when I went by the house when I was with Snyder. And about the same way with Advanced. You know, I had more to choose from Advanced, so it was easier to get by the house. Now I'm home every day, which tonight I might not be home tonight because I got to go all the way down to Panama City Beach, Florida. So, you know, it's going to be kind of hard for me to turn in one day. I mean, it's probably going to be shy of 30 minutes an hour. in driving time. And as we all know, you can't use the 16-hour rule it will not extend your 11 hours driving. It will only give you 2 extra on-duty hours, and that's because, when you run in local, you get held up at these places sometimes more than you do when you're running over the road. And their intention with that rule is not to give you more driving time, just to give you more on-duty time to maybe have that 2 hours that you lost because some idiot was in your way at one of your stops. And I think it's a great rule. Oh, Lord, there's a god darn DOT officer here at the exit ramp where the Love's truck stop is. He needs to go on and leave them truckers alone today, don't he? God darn DOT. Always after somebody. What they doing is, the trucks have been staying on these exit ramps. And since they were staying on these exit ramps, the DOT done started writing their butts up. It is not legal to be stopping on the exit ramps. They will write you up. Years ago, I got one for stopping on the exit ramp down in Crowley, Louisiana. I mean, it's a big wide spot, well lit, and it's not something I normally did, but I was really tired that day. So I pulled over to get a 2-hour nap. I was there 30 minutes, and here come a cop writing me an $85 ticket for stopping on the exit ramp. That was not cool. But yeah, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I hope all of your businesses are doing well. I pray that you are all trying to be safe out there. I've been seeing some of the videos of the weather and being stuck in the snow and everything. And man, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. It's 60 degrees and pretty over here yesterday. But today it's going to be raining. It's actually pretty cloudy right now, but it's still around 55, 60 degrees. So, God bless, and we will catch you on the next ride.